Well, I'm not sure how you answered, but I'm guessing your answer depended on whether you were thinking about land animals or animals that live in the ocean. Or maybe even you thought of extinct animals like dinosaurs. For example, if you were thinking about land animals, you might have thought of a giraffe. A giraffe doesn't have the biggest heart, but it definitely has one of the strongest. See how the left side of its heart is thicker than the right side? That's muscle. It turns out the left side of a giraffe's heart is the part in charge of pumping blood all the way up its super long neck to its brain. So that part of its heart needs to be super strong. That's why it's bigger. And what about elephants? They must have a huge heart, right? They do. In fact, an African elephant has the biggest heart of all living land animals. Its heart needs to pump blood all over its huge body. While our human hearts only weigh about as much as 2 apples, an elephant's heart can weigh as much as a child your size. But while an elephant's heart is really big, it doesn't even come close to being the biggest heart of all. No, for that, we would have to consider other types of animals. Maybe animals that don't exist anymore, or maybe animals that don't live on land. So which animal could that be? Could it be this Argentinosaurus, one of the biggest creatures ever? Or maybe it's an extinct reptile that lived in the ocean, like this massive plesiosaur. Actually, it's neither. Though we do need to consider ocean creatures like the plesiosaur. The largest heart belongs to an animal that is still alive. The largest creature that has ever lived on Earth. The blue whale. For a long time, scientists actually had to guess how big a blue whale's heart was. They hadn't actually seen its heart. And since blue whales are the biggest creatures, scientists guessed that their hearts must be the biggest too. Maybe even as big as a car. But they didn't really know for sure. Here's the problem. Since blue whales are really heavy, when they die, they sink to the bottom of the ocean. So scientists could never find a blue whale's heart to study. But then this happened. A dead blue whale happened to wash up on a beach in Canada. Even though I'm sure some of the scientists were sad that the whale died, they rushed to the beach to study its heart. And what they found was amazing. The whale's heart was so big, the biggest heart anyone had ever seen. It weighed 440 pounds, and it was huge. A blue whale's heart is big enough that a small child could literally crawl through one, like these kids are doing with this life-sized model in this museum. A blue whale's body itself is huge. It's as long as 2 school buses lined up next to each other. I mean, it's so huge that its tongue alone can weigh as much as an elephant. So it takes the biggest heart in the world to pump all that blood to every part of its body. So in summary, most animals have hearts like we do, but they don't always work or look like ours do. Though all hearts pump blood, animal hearts come in different sizes depending on the size of the animal. And since the blue whale is the largest animal that's ever lived, it makes sense that its heart is the biggest too. That's all for this week's question. Thanks, Hussam, for asking it. Now, after this video is done playing, my friends and I here at Mystery Science have created a special activity. It's kind of like an animal heart safari. You'll meet animals with different sized hearts, and then you'll go on a scavenger hunt searching for objects that are the same size as the hearts you learn about. You can do this activity in a group or all by yourself. I hope you'll try it. Have fun and stay curious.